Alright, final review time. I'm hoping that tonight I can actually go through Kefka's Tower also. So yeah, let's just get the final review done and over with. So first of all, start with Guts. It should be noted that I've leveled all the characters I plan to take into the tower with me, with some grinding in the Veldt Cave, which is why I have so many snow mufflers. That those things that I was fighting were dropping them like crazy. Our bolt was pretty good early on. It kind of really helped in the World of Balance. We haven't really used it much since then though. Our wild has basically been a dead skill. He's become just our physical attacker ever since we tried to make him an imp harvester, and he did a good job at that. Basically how I've been equipping him is not using a paladin shield, funnily enough, though I did use it to learn meteor. Oathveil, fine. We want him to have gold mage. By the way, I got a butt ton of money from all the grinding too. He's got gold mage just so he can use like life to meteor in case he has to, but mostly what he's been doing, and I do have him with the snow muffler, is he equips this gauntlet. Now the cool thing about this is, I'm going to go through the whole thing real quick first. His Esper that I'm using. For the tower we did Starlet because I needed the SOS life 3 at the top, but yeah, Phantom with Gaia assist, that is counterattacking and proccing with any attack, dance moves for whatever terrain you're on. Equipping him with Phantom effectively makes it so that with all of the rest of the stuff he has, the Crusader Sword randomly procs Flare, like it does in the vanilla game when it's Ragnarok. The Gauntlet is the Gunblade Junction, which randomly procs Hyperdrive, and he's randomly counterattacking and proccing with dance moves. So he is just like the spell sword from hell, and he does a butt ton of damage no matter what procs, really. The only way it could really be bad is if he procs a dance move that isn't that great. Either of these two, with the Gunblade and the Flare, is good, and having the Oathveil for doing this magic stuff for enemies I can't hit physically is great too. He's also got good utility spells like Float. Dispel's gonna be helpful. Imp can be okay. I wouldn't say he's my best physical attacker that I've ever had, but he's very good. So since he's right here, let's just do Firebrand next. What's up, dude? Really, we haven't used him much. He kind of fell into just doing the same thing a lot of these characters are doing with Fire Pierce, because he's got Flame Sabers that are Fire Boost, Fire Pierce, boosted damage from fire and pierces defenses, and then we're basically just having him do Fire 3. It's always doing, like, it's basically non-elemental. And then his Espers, he really doesn't have any great ones to use, honestly. Basically just been doing Unicorn on him because Hamado's pretty good. He can counterattack with his Flame Saber, which isn't bad damage. And the SOS Warp is helpful. When he gets low on HP, we can escape. We can also abuse that by, when he gets low on HP, just keeping him there so we can just insta-run from enemies if we want. Spectre Ice Beam was not the best skill, but it helped out a little bit early on. But other than that, yeah, we've just been using Fire 3, so. Alright, Boom. Probably one of our best characters, and it's obviously not going to be a surprise. It's because he has our lore list. Boom is also been not necessarily being a fire caster, but he does have a fire rod to repel it, and I've been giving him the Imp's armor for the fire font, which globally makes everyone's fire damage better. There's times I'll use haste too, but that's about it. He's basically just using lore and throwing Grand Train, because he usually has gold mage as well. Pretty much anybody throwing magic has gold mage because we have a bunch of ways to use it. He's just throwing Grand Trains, big, non-elemental damage, you know the deal. And then his Espers, he can't use Zone Seek because Quickening I have decided to totally ban. Even with the balances, I just think it's a little too busted to be able to just keep throwing spells out until you die. Bismarck's okay for the damage split, because what that does is if you take damage and you live, you do like a third of the damage back to the enemy. That's pretty helpful. Repel Earth and Repel Pearl are just both good, because if you can repel something specific, why not? He's basically just throwing Grand Trains and big guards for us sometimes. So yeah, there you go, Boom. He's also a higher level than everybody else because he was the only character that could equip EXP Egg. He is the only character. So yeah, that's why he's level 61, everybody else is around 50. Okay, Wygriff. Kind of a glow up here, man, because he's actually going to be coming with us into the tower. He does decent damage, I just don't have the ability to give him the Rage Ring or anything. So basically what I'm going to be doing with Wygriff in the tower. So again, let's just go over the fact he's a Fight Zerker. The Blizzard Orb makes him do Tritalk, which is not good because so many enemies absorb elements. The Rage Ring is okay, But really how we're going to make him good is whatever team he's on, he's definitely going to be on a separate team from Guts, just so that we can do this. But Merit Award. So what this does is it does nuke sync, which makes non-elemental damage do less. So I'm going to have to put him on a team that is not focused on using non-elemental damage. But having done that, we can give him good weapons that make him a good Berserker and a Paladin Shield. Good equipment, man, and he'll actually do good damage because it's 255 damage. Tackling people and swinging, he'll do pretty good with the Crusader as long as we can Merit Award him. The only problem with that is he's going to be susceptible to a lot of status effects, but that's fine. He'll be okay. We might probably just give him this Phantom also on his team just so he can have more stuff he can do, like the dance moves. So Wygriff made it by the skin of his teeth, but he's coming. Fnatic, he's giving us the silent treatment right now. I'm not exactly sure why. Fnatic is also coming to the tower. So, of course, worships Big Greg. We don't know who Big Greg is, but he's very fond of him. Big Guard, regen as a command, which is pretty good by itself. He learned Fire 3 from the Dragonhorn. He also has Meteor from being able to equip the Paladin Shield. So what we will probably be doing is giving him Gold Mage, just giving him a ribbon, and having him throw out meteors for cheap. So yeah, we're gonna run through a lot of money in the Kefka Tower, just so you know. And then his Espers, not amazing. There's Phantom also. Time Sync, a lot of Sync in here. Ramuh's Imp Harvest, we won't be doing that. So yeah, Fnatic is coming because he's a great support character, and that means we can have 3 instances of Big Guard across the teams, because we have our Mime that can equip Big Guard, we have Boom that's using it from lore, and we have Fnatic just using it as a command. So there you have it. Alright, Gafgarion is also coming because he's just a Mime. He has Mimic. Mimic just makes you a good character. So if you have Mimic, you're probably coming with us to the tower. As far as everything else going on, I mean, he doesn't have much good magic here, and his Espers are not incredible. I mean, while I was grinding, I was able to use Odin and, like, actually instant kill stuff. But if you're coming down to just using your Esper, it's not going to be great. So he's just going to be mimicking. He doesn't have a great magic power stat to do that with, but we'll figure it out. So yeah, there you go. Gafgarion. Very short review of you, but yeah, that's all I really got to say about you. Golbez, also coming to the tower. I love Golbez. I love the palette that he rolled. I think he's really cool. He's not amazing as a character, but he is cool. Our Fizz is great. It's a lot of sword techs and blitzes and stuff. W Cure might still be helpful. I've seen a command like that help us before. I think it was it X-Death who used it? I don't remember what seed it was, but yeah, we had a command that seemed not that useful as a healing spell, but it ended up saving our ass in the final Kefka fight, so Golbez could do that. He's also got Meteor and Flare. He could equip Raiden, which has all these awesome spells on it, so he's got a lot of different things he can do. He's learning Mute from something, I'm not sure what. Chances are we will equip him with either Raiden or Torado. The cool thing about Raiden is this basically gives you a second life, because Final Ripple ripples death onto the enemy too, and even if they don't die from it, it brings you back to life. So I might be doing Raiden, we'll see. But I also like Torado because it's got innate earth boost, and Golbez's magic stat is not terrible, and he can throw Torado out for decent damage. For decent AoE damage. That's basically it for him. He can equip good stuff, but you're cool, man. I wish you were a little bit better. Okay, Spinal. Spinal is definitely coming to the tower with us because he's a pretty good character. He's actually the lowest level character of all the characters coming, I think, because he's exactly 50. We're doing the same thing with him that we do with Firebrand. He flame sabers. He gets something of some kind to give him Gold Mage. Oh, actually, he doesn't need Gold Mage. Never mind. He has Question Mark Fire, which is a bunch of fire spells thrown in random amount of times, and they're all going to pierce defense. So, yeah, he's just doing that. And as far as everything else he has, magic, he does have Cure 2, which is helpful. He learned Meteor from having the Paladin Shield on. And his Espers, not amazing. This one sucks because it SOS freezes you. Corinne is okay. This is the one I've been using. Turns him into a different skeleton because the Morph Sprite's also a skeleton. And then SOS Remedy's okay, I guess. But Ramuh's Imp Harvest, we probably won't be using that in the final dungeon, I don't imagine, unless we run into imps somewhere. That's it for Spinal. He is just a fire skeleton. And it's cool because he's red. Sindel. Sindel made the cut. I can't believe it, because I didn't think she would be coming with us. A gold hairpin innately equipped. That's a lot of the reason why I'm bringing her, because I taught her Meteor. And being able to half MP cost Meteor is pretty nice. That means she won't really need to have a Gold Mage thing on because she can just half MP cost it. And then Life 2 is nice to have. She's got our party, which is random buff for the whole team, which is really nice too. Question mark element we might use a couple of times, but mostly we're going to be focusing on doing meteors with her. But our party could be helpful too out of nowhere. You never know. Yeah, Sindel made it. Good job. Trunks did not make the cut. I did not level up our tree at all. I really don't like the tree. Honestly, look at him, dude. Mind Blast, good skill, not worth taking with us into the final battle. It could be better than I think it is, but I really don't get that much use out of Mind Blast. And then Magic, I think he has Meteor, yeah, so that could be okay. But yeah, all these Espers, not great. I really don't care. Not the best equip scheme. Yeah, I really don't care for Trunks. So, good job trying there, Mr. Tree. But yeah, it ain't happening, buddy. And then our other inanimate object is also not coming. This is the other character that didn't make the cut. It's a door. That's all you have to know. It's named Jim because of Jim Morrison of the Doors. Pretty crap equip scheme. VIP Scimitar, suck my butt. No magic command. Not the greatest Espers. You got Bahamut, but whatever. Cure Ring equipped innately. Draw Load is Drain and Lodestone, and then Stow Scan is Stop and Scan. Really not worth bringing in. Lodestone could have been helpful, I guess, for big HP pull enemies, but yeah, I'm not super hype on that right now. So yeah, Gem ain't coming. Sorry, buddy. You can be a door on our ship. We need a door like right here. There you go. You can be a door that leads to the bottom. Okay, Raditz, this goes without saying, is our mime, so our mime is coming. The mime always comes with us. Yeah, he can just be set up with, like, all of the best stuff. Right now, he's Mimic Lore Magic Item. He'll probably drop the lore for Big Greg and keep Magic, I imagine. Depending on what team we put him on, I guess we'll do a different setup. But yeah, it's the mime. You're not surprised at all. It is kind of cool, I just noticed that he's got the sniper sight equipped and he's wearing a scouter. That means so much, actually. His equip scheme, not amazing, but can be worked with. It's not terrible. At least he doesn't have to equip a VIP Scimitar, you know? And then he can equip Espers. I don't really know what junction I would use with him. He can't use Quickening. I guess Repel Fire, probably. Raditz is here. He's pretty good, and you'll never hear that sentence again. Probably. Ridley. Ridley is probably our best character, honestly. I think he's better than Boom. Ridley has been awesome all game. Ever since we were able to Flame Saber him, he's been doing the same thing. So he was the first to do the fire piercing stuff. He can also equip a Paladin Shield, and equipping a Snow Muffler, and probably a Ribbon. He's also got Crusader for Repel Fire and Repel Wind, so he doesn't have to equip Tritok for the Repel Fire. We can do Crusader instead, which is neat that I just noticed. He also learned all this great stuff from Raiden, and he can use the Hamido SOS Warp thing. We're probably going to Crusader him just because why not Repel Wind too? And then, yeah, all these spells. He doesn't have any good healing spells. He's got Remedy, which is nice, but he's got all the elemental spells. He's only going to be doing Fire 3. Flare's great too, but we'll probably just be doing double Fire 3s with his X magic command like we have been all game. He's also got our lore, but we haven't used that for a very long time, ever since we found those flame sabers. He's really good, and he's been kind of wrecking everything all game. I love that we got to make use of a cool fire setup for so many of our characters, but Ridley mostly, because he's, I mean, X magic Fire 3 bounce is just so good. And okay, our final character, Pokemon Trainer Red. He should have been over where Fnatic was, so he would respond with the ... He's still really cool thematically because he got our Beast, and he's just got a bunch of Final Fantasy VI creatures as Pokemon for his command. He's coming with us into the tower, obviously. He's got great Cure Spell. Cure and Cure 3 are awesome. Use either one given circumstances. And then he's also got Fire 3. He can benefit from Fire Font. And he's got Meteor. He's probably going to be doing mostly that. I will default to our Beast quite a bit, which is fine. But yeah, he's also a good candidate to give the Imps armor for the Fire Font, because even though it lowers his defense super bad, he's got an innate guard ring, so that gives him safe already right away. So he's pretty good. I like him. And he's one of my favorite thematic characters we've ever gotten. We're about to hit the frickin' Pokemon League. in Final Fantasy VI, and he's ready to go, man. Talking about the seed, we have kind of leaned hard on the fire thing with all the fire pierce, which is whatever. It was fun to do. I don't know if I'd do it again. I think I would try and do different strategies. Like if I got something that was ice pierce, I would probably use it on, if multiple characters could do it, I would probably only use it on one character, because that's what we've been doing mostly. And yeah, it's kind of just been destroying everything. Our characters' commands have been kind of cool. I think maybe, I don't know if it'll be the next one or the one after that, the next seed after that. We will try and do like the vanilla commands, just because we haven't done one for a while. I think the last time we did that was the Crimson Forest. So that could be fun. We might do that and see just what happens, especially with junctions and stuff that are like specific to the vanilla commands. Might be pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know when that'll be. I am so glad the Fanatics Tower was easy as shit this game, because I'm sick as hell of fighting up and down horrible Fanatics Towers. So I know it wasn't very entertaining for everybody this time because I didn't get my ass whooped, but oh my god, it was a weight off my shoulders. So next episode, we're heading into Kefka's Tower. We'll climb to the top and we'll go punch that butthole right in the face. Who was it again? Oh, it was Mustadio. Yeah, we're gonna hit him with our swords and shit to show him that they're better than guns. Thanks you guys for watching, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace.